Stronger, faster, higher and bolder. That is how India's campaign has looked like leading into the Asian Games that start in less than a month's time. From blazing the athletics track in Budapest to aiming for glory in Baku. The cat and mouse game in Copenhagen of HS Prannoy, the Indian athletes and their fans have been having a breathless fortnight. We break down the performances leading into the Asian Games and just why India could hope for the biggest ever medal tally. We start with Neeraj Chopra. Let's have a look at the fantastic feat of Neeraj Chopra and his compatriots over the weekend.
Silver last time round for Chopra.
The National Athletics Centre on Sunday night roared the moment Neeraj Chopra's name was announced.
Indian men here in the final. Of course they would have been inspired.
The Indian star stretched to either side. Couple of squats later began his glide down the track like a panther. 10 steps later, he sent the Valhalla javelin hurtling into the Budapest sky. The first one was a foul.
Of course, he's got the Olympic gold. He would love to add.
But Neeraj Chopra does not let self-doubt creep in. And so he propelled the javelin to 88.17 meter in the second attempt. That was enough to clinch the gold.
आज मैं खुद को सेकंड थ्रो के बाद भी मैं सोच रहा था कि मुझे खुद को और ज्यादा पुश करना है, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि और अच्छी थ्रो निकलेगी। मतलब दोनों फीलिंग बहुत स्पेशल हैं। ओलंपिक्स बहुत ज्यादा स्पेशल था और वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा टाइटल है। अगर आप कंपटीशन वाइज बात करें तो वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप का कंपटीशन हमेशा ओलंपिक से बहुत ज्यादा टफ रहता है। सभी एथलीट इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा तैयारी करके आते हैं।
Close on his heels was Pakistan's Arshad Nadeem, the reigning Commonwealth Games champion. He pushed his friend to the very end, getting within 35 centimeters with a giant 87.82 meter throw on the third attempt. But not enough to topple the Indian star.
सिर्फ अरशद का ही नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि याकूब इतना अच्छा तगड़ा थ्रोवर है, वेबर है, और भी थ्रोवर्स थे, तो एकदम निकल के आ सकते हैं। तो हमको बहुत लास्ट थ्रो तक हर थ्रोवर के बारे में सोचना होता है। पर हाँ, बिल्कुल अपने वहाँ पे इंडिया पाकिस्तान होता है हमेशा।
At 25, Neeraj Chopra has every trophy and title in his cabinet. The World Championships gold, Olympic gold medal, Diamond League title in 2022, Asian Games gold in 2018 and the Commonwealth Games gold that year. Big praises have been showered on the Indian champ, from Prime Minister to the President. Meanwhile, a bit further behind him were compatriots Kishore Kumar Jena, who came 5th, and DP Manu, who came 6th. Their presence in the field a testament to the intangible Neeraj Chopra effect.
Let me first congratulate Neeraj Chopra for his fantastic performance. He is the golden boy of athletics and we are all proud of him. But along with him, the two other gentlemen have done extremely well. Kishore Jena and Manu DP at the 5th and 6th position respectively. I think this clearly shows, Rika, that how India is doing well in the field of sports.
For the first time ever, a world's final had 3 Indians in the top 6. For the first time ever, an Indian finished first. And this could just be the beginning of many firsts in Indian athletics. In New Delhi, Rika Roy for NDTV. To talk about India's incredible run so far and what does it really mean going into the Asian Games, I'm joined at this hour by Gagan Narang, the Vice President of Indian Olympic Association and also London Olympics medalist. I'm also joined by Poonam Beniwal, the Senior Development Officer at TOP Sports Authority of India, and athletics coach Amit Khanna. Well, Gagan, thank you very much for joining us. Coming to you, you have marched down the Asian Games track, the Olympic track, on many an occasion, and you've been with a team of young hopefuls with their dreams in their eyes. When you look at this squad, what is that one emotion that comes through?
Well, I think they're fearless. I think what differentiates them from us is, they're absolutely out there to win and they're not there to participate. In our times, we would go there to, participate or get into the final. These kids, these guys, they just want to go there and win. They have that fire in their belly to go there and win.
Well, Amit, for Neeraj Chopra, this was probably one medal missing from his trophy cabinet that he won on Sunday night. Now, having won all, given that, he has really come through a lot of injuries, what kind of motivation will he have to win another gold at the Asian Games? He's already won a gold medal.
Oh, you bet. He's a man of different metal, I would say. I would agree with Gagan what he said. When we used to go to the field, we used to feel that the participation is important. But Neeraj has changed the definition that no, it is not just participation, it is the winning that is important. And why is it happening? Because I would say you will hear Neeraj's name only when there's a bigger competition. Whenever there's a big competition, you will say Neeraj has won that. He will come into the media. After that, he's again back to his shell and he's going to focus on his performances. And he's not going to just be on the media, the advertisement and the movies. Neeraj Chopra is totally focusing on his performance. So winning is again easy. I would say you can win once, you can win twice, but maintaining that winning regime is very difficult. And I want to add one thing, that I want to congratulate the Federation and the government, because there is a committee formed 10 years back. Athletics Federation of India has formed a committee mentored by Lalit Bhanot and Adil Sumariwala and Anju Bobby George. We all have heard these names. And this committee has picked up some events. Those events are javelin, those events are 400 meters, those events are long jump, and they are giving special attention to steeplechase, 3,000 meters steeplechase, and 20 kilometers walk. And over the past 10 years, you have seen drastic improvement in all these events. We are witnessing how javelin is improving. We are witnessing how long jump athletes are jumping above 8 meters.
Right.
So I think it is a game plan and that's working properly. We have officials from SAI. We know the top scheme, picking up the best and giving them the best. That is how it is working out for the country. And I think India is excelling in every field. Chandrayaan चांद पे लैंड किया, नीरज चोपड़ा का javelin सीधा victory ceremony के victory stand के first position पे लैंड किया, and we are really, really proud of him.
Well, the Indian athletes have been blazing the tracks. They have been supreme performers on the mat, in the ring. Poonam Beniwal, you are the Senior Development Officer at SAI. Now, when we talk about multidisciplinary event for India, traditionally we have seen sport like, boxing, shooting, weightlifting, all of them shine. But now with the rise of athletics, would you say that the power center has shifted a little bit?
In the upcoming Asian game, as you mentioned, athletics will be the biggest power center from the medals will come. I hope so. And, this Asian Games, we are going to have the best ever performance. I'm saying this, my opinion, on the basis of factual information, because, currently Asian Championship, we win the 27 medals and 6 gold. This is the second best ever performance of the athletics in, outside India. And the World Championship performance, you see the 4x400 relay. They created Asian record. Even in 2021 in the Olympics, they created the Asian record there as well. You see the performance of Parul Chaudhary and Neeraj, he's a golden boy. And apart from that, in the high priority sports, you see the boxing, weightlifting, wrestling. We have got Antim, Aman is there, Bajrang is there. And in boxing, you see Nikhat, Lavlina. So we are having players who are having the probability of winning the Asian Games gold medal over there. And that's why I'm saying this is going to be the best ever performance of India in upcoming 2023. We were at the 6th in 2010, 8th in 2014, and 8th in 2018. So upcoming Asian Games, we are going to have the best ever performance. I hope so.
Poonam, abke baad 100 par?
Inshallah.
Gagan, when you were a part of the shooting ecosystem, much of the focus during multidisciplinary events used to be on the shooting contingent. The focus used to be on the shooters. But now with the rise of, the athletes, and I would also say the badminton stars like H.S. Pranoy, young Pragyananda, are the shooters feeling under pressure?
Well, not at all. I think, shooting has seen a generation shift. And when there is a generation shift, there is obviously a bit of a lull before, the storm, I would say. Not taking anything off the other athletes, I think it's fantastic that we have great bench strength in other sports, and shooting will only complement these sports going forward and will add to the medal tally. Remember, the medal tally, the gold medal is very important, and these guys out there are just wanting to win those gold medals.
Gagan, I also have to ask you a question specific to, sports that are not seen that much on TV, like shooting, like chess. Would you say that, right now with Pragyananda doing what he's done, Meghuli doing, and a young shooting squad doing what they have done, the talk around them is also helping these athletes plan better, perform better?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the kind of interest that is generated in sports today in the country has been unprecedented. I mean, when you have the Prime Minister of the country tweeting about you, talking to you, giving you a send-off or welcoming you after medals, right from that particular gesture to the last man who's watching the sport, I think the interest in sport has been phenomenal. And with the rise of the OTT platforms and the other social media, I think the kind of limelight that these athletes get is also immense. So we are able to unearth a lot of talent, and we are able to also showcase the talent. I think that has changed over a period of time, and that is going to actually help a lot of these athletes, a lot of these young girls and boys in rural villages take up to sport and make their state, their country, their parents, their school, their organization and the country proud.
Amit, not very long ago was India awake in the wee hours of the morning trying to watch an athlete. Clearly there is a Neeraj Chopra effect. Tell us a little bit about what's happening on ground in the academies, how much of an interest is there, and have your students been up all night trying to catch our shining stars in athletics?
Oh, definitely. They are the heroes of the country now. And the children love watching them, every single child. And, the government is playing a vital role. What they are doing is, Neeraj Chopra is doing amazingly well. He's a star now. And what the government has started, under 12 category javelin throw. So catch them young, set their handwriting at a very early age, and set their technique so that we get lot many champions, not just one Neeraj Chopra. And that is what is happening. We have seen the finals. Out of the first 6 spots, 3 were Indians. Mm-hmm. And in 90s, the first thrower who touched the 80-meter mark, Satbir Singh, I remember, and we were like, wow, he did 80 meters.
Right.
And now in this year, more than 12 Indian athletes have threw a distance of above 80 meters. So can you just believe the transformation? And it is all because of the planning, the infrastructure provided to the athletes, the facilities giving to the athletes, and the wisdom of the federations that, they're working like a chain. You enter into that thing and you become a champion, and just it's going that way. And I think we are on the right track.
And I'm sure a longer conversation with Gagan will tell you it takes 3 Olympic cycles, roughly 12 years to get where we have got. Thank you very much, Gagan, Poonam and Amit, for joining me on the broadcast on an evening when India is shining because of the wonderful achievements of our athletes, and there is a lot of hope going into the Asian Games. It was India's first ever gold medal at the World Athletics Championships. It was also a moment for our relay team and steeplechase athlete Parul Chaudhary. Take a look. This was the qualifying stage and no one had given them a chance. But India's 4x400 meter relay team did the unthinkable. The men in blue started off with Mohammad Anas in 6th place after the first run. But a magnificent run by Amod Jacob propelled India to 2nd. Mohammad Ajmal and Rajesh Ramesh not only maintained that precious advantage, but also orchestrated a mesmerizing performance that shattered the Asian record, clocking an astonishing 2 minute 59.05 seconds. Remarkably, Rajesh even momentarily outpaced USA's Justin Robinson in the anchor leg, leaving the world in awe of India's extraordinary efforts. India finished close behind leaders USA in qualifying, though in the final the team finished a credible 5th. Parul Chaudhary set a new national record in women's steeplechase at the World Athletic Championships. The 28-year-old finished 12th in the final race in Budapest, earning a time of 9 minutes 15.31 seconds. She also qualified for the Paris Olympics next year. Even though she finished 12th, Parul did a national record. A massive moment in India's 3,000-meter steeplechase journey in athletics. Parul's achievements make her a real contender at the Asian Games. Time now for a tiny break on the show. When we come back, we'll be joined by shooter Mehuli Ghosh, who has won the World Championship bronze medal. Along with that, the 4th Olympic quota for India in shooting. Stay tuned. Welcome back. India's Mehuli Ghosh won the Paris Olympics quota. The 10-meter air rifle shooter from Bengal won a bronze medal at the ISSF World Championship in Baku. This is India's 4th quota. Mehuli, thank you very much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about that winning that World Championship medal. Also, the Olympic quota. It must be a huge monkey off your back because you have now a lot of time to prepare for the Olympic Games.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for your wishes. Yes, I'm feeling really happy and proud of myself that I could perform in the big stage, that is World Championship, and I'm very happy with my performance, and definitely I need to work a lot still now so that I secure my place in the Paris 2024. And there is a lot of work going on and Asian Games coming ahead. I'm just focused on that right now.
Mehuli, you had topped the qualification round with a score of 634.5 going into the final. Tell us a little bit about, topping the qualification and then winning and then ending in the 3rd spot.
Yes, it was very intriguing, as qualification and final is very different. And I still remember each one of the shot I played in the qualification. It was very exciting for me, and I felt very confident playing there. And it was a great day for me, just the way I practiced, just the way I imagined myself playing there, and I could deliver that. So it was very, it built my confidence a lot and definitely motivates me to do much better in the future.
How different will your preparation now be for the upcoming Asian Games? Because that probably is your next target, winning a big medal.
Yes, definitely. I am preparing myself so that I can do much more better in the finals. I mean, I am working on my qualification, and there are so many things to work on. So I'm just focusing on each and every step so that I don't miss out on anything. And I just I can do what I do. That's what I am focusing on.
Mehuli, for a very long time, we used to think that shooting is an experienced person's job. But when I look at the Indian shooting team right now, it is getting younger by the day. And I believe that you have a 15-year-old in the team as well. Tell us, being in the team with such young aspirants and young performers, how is it like?
Well, definitely. I mean, in the entire air rifle team, me being 23 years old, I am the senior most shooter there. So it definitely feels that, it is, it's not about the age and it's not really about experience, but it's all about the perfection and how you are performing there. And it doesn't matter what stage you are, what age you are. So it's just how composed and how sound you are technically and how determined you are on that day and how you are handling the match pressure and everything. So I think that is what it helps every shooter to perform on the given day.
Mehuli, it's really tough for me to think that you are one of the senior most in the team, but I hope that you have the very best of Asian Games, big medals come your way, and thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Now, talking about India's preparations and the big wins that have been coming through, we also have to talk about superstar badminton player H.S. Pranoy. On Saturday, he won his maiden World Championship medal. It is a bronze medal that he won in Copenhagen after a week of intense highs and lows. Listen to him.
Pranay, many congratulations. Everyone is saying right now that bronze is the new gold. Tell us your first reaction to having won your first World Championship medal.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think extremely happy to finally get a world's medal. I think last two editions I came close, played 2 quarterfinals, but couldn't go beyond the quarterfinal stage. And this year was, I mean, I didn't expect this year, to be honest, because of the draws, which was straight from the first round. It was a tough draw for me, and to kind of get out of that draw and get a medal was something which was very unexpected from my side, to be honest, but extremely happy to be on that podium today.
Pranay, you know, all through the week, you've played some very exciting, very intense badminton, I would say. But would you say the toughest was beating Victor Axelsen?
The toughest was against Lokenyo, to be honest, because that match went like a seesaw, and I was very comfortable in the third game, and all of a sudden you can see in 5 minutes he just kind of gets into the lead of 16-14, and all of a sudden you can feel that the atmosphere has changed, and it was really tough to be there and get that match going. For me, it was mentally really tough to fight, to kind of stand there and fight against Lokenyo in that match. But I think looking at the draws, playing Victor in Copenhagen in front of a home crowd, packed home crowd, not even a single seat was empty, to be honest, and to be playing in that condition was something else for me. I mean, when I entered, then I realized, okay, this is something huge. You're playing in court number 1 against the world's best. But I think I was in a very good zone that day to really shut down what was happening around. And that was a big win, because that win kind of eventually got me a medal, right? So I think that's kind of a sweet victory, actually.
What does this mean going into the Asian Games in less than a month's time now?
It's good. I mean, it's a good confidence booster, to be honest, because now I've understood saying that if I am physically good, then I can beat anybody on a particular day. So the most important thing is to find that right blocks of training whenever I can do. So I think post China I'm not playing Hong Kong, and I've withdrawn from Hong Kong so that I can focus more for the Asian Games altogether. And I think before the individuals, we have the team event, which we all are looking forward to, because we have almost the exact same Thomas Cup squad for the Asian Games team event, and we would definitely want to have a medal from the team event side too for the country. So pretty much optimistic about the Asian Games.
Pranay, before